What's up, happy people? My name is Robert Arrington, and this is my YouTube channel, Deer Meat for Dinner. For the past 7 years, I've been showing you all kinds of outdoor adventures, hunting and fishing, catching, cleaning, and cooking, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah!
But before I started YouTube, I worked with an awesome group of people traveling all over the world fishing for some of the most amazing fish on earth.
When I tell you the huckleberries are ripe, go get your bucket.
It was a fishing show called Real Adventures. I worked with Mike Berry, Carrie Burris, and our producer and cameraman, Jeff Aderman.
Thanks, Robbo. I appreciate you shooting, man.
We did some amazing things. But this video is about to set the story straight on something that happened over 13 years ago. It was December 6th, 2006, and it started out in a place called Tropic Star Lodge. Tropic Star Lodge, without a doubt, is one of the premier fishing locations in the world. People travel there from all over the world in search of blue marlin, black marlin, sailfish, mahi-mahi, even huge snappers. It's just an amazing place. In order to understand the marlin, you have to understand the lodge. This place is bedded in history and culture. So many famous people have fished there. That's why it was such an honor for me to go down there.
My money says it's a blue.
You know what, folks? You'll never in your life ever forget seeing this.
Now, as many of you know to this very day, spearfishing and underwater video is a big part of my life. I love it. And on Real Adventures, my main job was underwater videographer. So I was always getting in the water, filming the sailfish along the boat, filming the blue marlin and the mahi-mahi. That's what I did because I loved it. I always wanted to see it. But I also like to spearfish. So this particular day, it was day 4 of a 4-day trip. We had already filmed several episodes and caught some of the most amazing fish I'd ever seen.
You know what, folks? That is what life is all about. We're out here live baiting just offshore of Zangray Reef, about 1,000-foot edge, got a live bonita out, and you know what? You watch that bait jump out of the water, all of a sudden, pow!
I don't know what was lit up more, you or the fish.
I think it was the tide, but I won the tug of war match.
You rode the bicycle well.
We're cruising along and we find a big log. We trolled around it several times. We hooked a nice dolphin but pulled him off. And I said to our crew, I said, guys, let me get in and spear one of these mahi-mahis. They said, well, we want to fish. I said, I'll get in the water and spearfish. You guys just troll away, come back down the rip in an hour or so, and I'll be here. I'll get a bunch of great footage, and hopefully I get to spear a nice fish. So I get in the water.
I don't know if that was a billfish or a porpoise that just popped up.
Little baits are grabbing mine. Here comes the dolphin.
Right away, it was just like overwhelming. I remember, although it's 13 years ago, I remember it like it was yesterday. As I hit the water, there was just fish everywhere, bait fish. They were all balled up tight, really acting worried. And I remember laughing to myself like, oh my goodness, what am I going to see? Now, I want you to see what I saw in real time, and then I'm gonna explain what I saw. as that fish came at me so many times, each time I just kept getting like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Normally when you see a fish like that in the wild, it's gonna keep its distance. But right off the bat, I noticed, look at all these fish. All those bait fish are beat up. That's where that marlin comes in and just slashes them with his bill and beats them up. It beats them up and injures them so that they stay together and they stay near the log. Then he can come back and eat them as he likes. That was her log. Now, here I am, 25 miles off the coast of Panama, in the middle of nowhere with the boat nowhere near me. I was not there to spear a marlin. I was there to spear a mahi. I had just a little 25-foot bungee. I had one float.
Some videos of what I'm
doing. That is not a setup to spear a massive marlin. But each time that fish came near me, I knew I've got to do something. I can't let this fish crack me in the head with her bill. You say, well, is that possible? I don't know. All of us that have blue marlin fish, a fish will come in and just demolish the boat with their bill. When you've got a fish up close, they can crack the back of the boat so hard that they actually break their bill off. So I know what's possible. I also know it's never happened, but it's happening so fast. And when you look at that fish in the video camera, you don't realize how big it is. She was 11 foot 7 inches long with a 57-inch girth. What just happened? The last thing she wanted was me, some other predator, coming in and eating her fish. Now, if we would have known she was there, we would have caught one of those bonitas, rigged it up, put it out, caught her on hook and line, and released her free to go. But we didn't know she was there. We were there to film a blue marlin fishing show. I was not there to spear a blue marlin.
So all of a sudden, man, fish just go, whoa! All up on top, I'm like, oh shoot! I didn't know what was that. All of a sudden, the marlin, this joker was so big, I'm just, whoa! Right now, I'm like, oh god! So then I try videoing him, and he just keeps coming right back, boom, like, boom, right up in him. I'm like, Jesus! So then he just turned black as night. I'm like, pow! What? I mean, I wasn't trying to spear a marlin, but all he has to do is whack you one time and you're in trouble, you know what I mean? So
we've been looking, we haven't seen your float pop up, so it's 80 pounds of pressure to pull that down.
I have a 65-inch shaft, and it looks about that big sticking through it.
You got it on video?
I don't know what I got on video. I'll guarantee you'll see him on video though. You can't miss this fish on video.
I thought it was gone. Well, as we were underneath, like in the cabin, trying to look at the footage, Captain Doggo was like, way in the distance, he could just see the back of my red float.
Rob's now back in the water, and I'm gonna get in here in a minute and video him bringing this thing in.
The fish is just pulling him.
The fish is just pulling him underwater.
She was hit hard, but the last thing I wanted to have happen is have some kind of equipment failure or have the tip pull through and then the fish just go to the bottom mortally wounded. So the crew threw me another little spear gun, like a 100-centimeter gun. I swam down. Talk about difficult. I was already exhausted. I kind of pulled myself down the line about 70 feet because that bungee stretches from 25 to 50 feet. And then I have 25 feet of shooting line. So that fish is over 70 feet deep. But the closer I got, and the closer I got, I started thinking, this is actually gonna happen.
Mike, thank you so much for getting in and getting some of this on video. This is probably one of the craziest days of my life. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go!
Look at that fat. I think she's more than that. Look at the girth on that fish.
Boss, that fish is 500. That fish, I will guarantee you is 500.
Yeah, she's fat.
The title of this video is World Record Blue Marlin. That was the world record. After we got her in the boat, took her back to camp, she weighed 480.9 pounds. The current world record is like 278 pounds. I beat it by over 200 pounds. I was completely unassisted. I didn't tease that fish up and jump in so that I could spear it and try to set a world record. And so you know more about me and what makes me go? Accolades don't mean anything to me. I never even applied for the world record status. I've got over 2 million subscribers as I sit here and speak, and I've never even applied for a gold play button because I'm not here to show accolades and show awards. I'm here to tell stories and to live this life, to live my best life as a husband, as a father, as a friend, and as a YouTuber. Your comments to me, your thumbs up and your likes and your shares and all the wonderful words of encouragement to me and my family, that means more than any world record in the world. It means more than anything I can hang on the wall. Because what you do for me, that lives in my heart. And it's like fuel to the fire that keeps me going. 13 years ago, in 2006, whenever I speared that fish, there was no way in the world I could afford to have him mounted. But you know what? Now that we've rebuilt the condo, life is lots better financially for us. I called my boys here at Gray Taxidermy. Bill Dabalier is a dear friend of mine. And to tell you the truth, I've already been here. I've already been in the back. I've seen him working on the fish. But I figured I want to show you guys what this looks like.
What's happening, man? Welcome. You're late.
I'm always late. But check this out, you guys. How long ago was this?
2005.
That's me. That's Bill, Jeff Aderman. I've already seen this fish, but I wanted you to see this fish, and I want Bill to explain to y'all a little bit more about what they do. Look at that. Look at this bad boy.
This is the fish you caught, speared, and we're getting ready to put the finishing touches, and then we're going to go to paint. One of the things that makes us different is the molding process, capturing all the detail in these scales, every little piece. Calvin's been here for over 25 years making sure this is perfect. Before we go to paint, you need to make sure it's perfect. The slightest imperfection is really going to be enhanced when we put on the paint. Clear and paint shows every imperfection, so Calvin will not leave this fish till it's right. We're a 100% fiberglass replica shop, and this is an example of some of the dreams that people have. They want to custom create trophies for themselves.
I hate when people look over my shoulder when I'm editing I don't want to look over his shoulder while he's finishing this thing. We're gonna go talk, we're gonna go tell some stories, and we will see you in the paint booth. All right, so this took a little bit longer than expected.
So while you're out having lunch, wait. George started already. It's insane. Base coat is on. Come take a look.
As a kid, I used to love watching Bob Ross painting. He would start out with like a canvas, and next thing you know, it turned in all these happy little trees, and it was something amazing. And now to see this fish, it was white the last time I saw it. Now, we're gonna find out about that. This guy right here is a magician. About an hour ago, this thing was just a silver canvas. You turned it into something that's gonna live in my house, live in my head, man. Thank you very, very much. Hope you enjoy it. You're awesome, bro. I'll never forget that tail, these pec fins, and just the sheer mass, the sheer size of this fish. So I just got back here. They're loading this big boy up into the back of my truck, which is super cool. Got a bunch of fans here. What's your name? Noah. Noah? Link. And Link. They're from North Carolina. They just stopped by to say hey. It's a cool man. What a great day. Now I can't wait. Sarah's waiting back at the condo right now, and we're gonna hang this fish up where she will live for many years to come. It's just such a wonderful stamp on an incredible memory. So there she is, y'all. That's my Marlin. I've dreamed about getting a replica made of that fish for many years. So I want to tell everybody at Gray Taxidermy, thank you so much. Bill, thank you very much for helping to make this happen. The detail is just perfect. But I think it's cool that for many years, my daughters, they weren't even born whenever I speared that fish, but they will always be able to watch that video and see that fish. And I can't wait to take them to catch their very own blue marlin. But that's all I got for you guys. Take care, God bless, and we go.